This beautifully colored creature, an opah, was recently caught out of San Diego, California, on board the Horizon out of H&M Landing. It's a potential new world record, weighing in at 188.6 pounds. Fossils date back to 23 million years of this species. They're also known as the moonfish, sunfish, kingfish, and they're the only known fish that is warm-blooded, able to circulate warm blood throughout its body. What a catch on the horizon. A beautiful opah. Excellent bluefin tuna fishing being reported by the Amigo out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. They had 4 fish at night and 36 fish at daybreak for limits of bluefin tuna on board the Amigo. Several other boats are in on it as great fishing continues in Southern California. Fluorocarbon, choosing a good hot bait, changing that bait regularly makes all the difference in the world. Great bite on the Amigo. Several other boats also in on it. Count this magnificent catch of a 188.6-pound opah caught on board the Horizon, a potential new world record.
Walk back, walk back, walk back. Yeah! Everybody, pull back.
Oleana was the angler who decked this magnificent fish, but it was a team effort. All the guys and gals of the Horizon contributed to this magnificent catch. Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California, where guys are fishing the beach. They're being very productive here. So far, it's a gorgeous morning, and there is so much to cover with you in sport fishing again here today. Once again, thanks for joining us last night for our live show. Another big show. Over 1,000 people have tuned into that so far, and there'll be another few thousand, I'm sure. They're going to catch Tackle Shop Confessions with Sam De La Torre. It's archived for you. You can go back and watch that. And the Battle of Los Angeles, you're going to want to check that out. It will run at the end of today's show. It's a freshwater event with all kinds of prizes and bragging rights and so much more. Check it out at the end of today's morning briefing. I'm going to run that, and you are going to want to be a part of it with Eldridge. He's a great guy. You're going to love him, and you're going to love the whole concept. Well, we've got bluefin tuna, we've got Dorado, we've got white sea bass, we've got giant yellowtail. We've got so much more to talk about, and hopefully these guys are going to catch something while we're doing it. They've already got a nice bucket full of fish. I've seen it. They look like they're doing good. Makes me want to run down to Big Fish Bait and Tackle, grab some bait, and fish with these guys, or dig up some sandworms, one of the two. Anyway, you know what time it is. Good morning, my friends. It's time for the morning briefing. Thank God for coffee. Man, it was that good. Hey, if you don't mind, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It really means a lot to us. Share these reports if you are enjoying them. Tick the little bell. You'll be notified when there is new content. And, of course, subscribe like tens of thousands of you have done already to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Of course, we are also on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your reports, or your podcast, I should say. All right, great to be back with you. Thanks again for joining us. Some really good fishing we're going to talk about right now, and then some misses also. So what we're looking at right now, as I peruse and talk to all the boys, some guys got them yesterday, some guys just missed, and that is a part of sport fishing. Am I going to lose my voice this morning? One more swig of this. Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear those birds. Perhaps you can, or perhaps you can't, but they are all over the surf. There's a lot of bait in here today. Things are very, very active. I love surf fishing. Sorry, I digress for a moment. All right, Ensenada, down in that neck of the woods, more and more kelp patty, Dorado, and yellowtail starting to show up. A few bluefin tuna outside of there also. A little bit of yellowfin tuna. The YFT, surprisingly, are kind of absent right now. In this warm El Nino water, I would suspect they would be moving in mass with the Dorado. We saw commercial fishing evidence of it a month ago, but we haven't seen that much yellowfin tuna. Mostly those kelp patty, Dorado, and yellowtail, and that has been pretty darn good. But a lot of guys end up staying inshore, like our friends at Blackfin Sport Fishing, where they catch copious amounts of bonito, occasional yellowtail, some decent barracuda and calico bass, some sand bass in some of the sandier areas. It's just good, fun fishing on a variety of different species, and there's nothing wrong with that. south of the border. We expect that to improve offshore as we push deeper into summer and ultimately have a great fall. That's my guess, as well as probably a great winter, because man, I'll tell you, El Nino spells warm water, and those warm water species move in with it. By the way, how did you like the lead in with that giant opah? Congratulations to everybody on the boat Horizon. They did such a great job. I believe we're sold out on our August 15th trip now, and that's going to be fun. Can't wait, but whoa, that was one heck of a catch, wasn't it? It was really exciting to see that. All right, 3:30 this morning, because I have no life. I was talking to the Pegasus, and I was talking to my friend Jacob Barclay, and they're right in the middle of an excellent nighttime bite on the bluefin tuna. The grade was really beautiful. Nice fish, excellent bite. They had 32 bluefin tuna on the deck, 80 to 150 pound stuff. Excellent fishing going on last night. And I'll tell you right now, it has been good. He said it was mostly on the eddy bombs last night. That was the preferred way to do it. But we have also seen another round stingray back there. We've also seen some really good fishing on the Katy Perry rip rollers going on. So, man, that's a good nighttime bite there on board the Pegasus. As I said, out of San Diego, it was hit and miss on the Dorado. It was hit and miss on the bluefin tuna. You look at the Polaris Supreme. They just got into C4 sport fishing not long ago. 3-day limits of bluefin tuna. Tremendous trip on board there. The new Loan doing their thing as always. 2.5-day trip. 80 bluefin tuna. The big one around $1.70. Beautiful fish. Most of it in the 30 to 80 pound class. Hard to beat. I'm telling you, those are nice fish. At night you're fishing 100, 130 pound spectra, 200 pound leaders, and jigs that are 300 to 400 grams. I am still to be convinced that color is a big deal. I just don't believe it, but many people do, so they go with their favorite colors, or they say, here's the hot color, here's the other one. What do I know? I'm sitting in a podcast studio all the time, so I'm just convinced that you get it in front of their nose and wind it by them, they're gonna go, what the heck is that? Bite it, okay? So that's just my humble opinion. We'll see how that works out for you, and I'd love you to leave a comment. Does the color of the jig make a difference? Does it make a difference? Drop a comment down below. Love to hear what you have to say. Freedom, 22nd Street Landing, beautiful San Pedro, California. 36 bluefin tuna, 30 yellowtail. On board the Dorado, Pier Point Landing, Long Beach. Limits of bluefin tuna. Nice hit for the boys on board the Dorado. The pursuit had one bluefin tuna fishing offshore. They're leaving in the morning, coming back in the afternoon out of 22nd Street Landing. That bite's only going to get better and better and better. And they're looking down the barrel of some really nice fish. A lot of 100+ pound fish, a lot of 50s in there also. But you can't jump on the Pursuit or any other local boat that's going offshore with light stuff. I mean, you need to bring your light stuff. You got to have a rod with at least 60 on it to have a fighting chance with those fish. Dan and Kim Smith down there in San Diego, two of our greatest Friedman Adventure family members. They are just top-notch people, and they love to fish. And not only that, Kim is a carnivore. She's on the carnivore diet. She's been on it for several years, doing really, really good. Part of the reason why I went on it also. Anyway, they were offshore, and they found copious amounts of colorful and acrobatic Dorado. That's why Kim graces the cover of the morning briefing today. Good job, you guys. Megan Carlson was out, had great fishing for her group. Really had wonderful fishing on the Dorado, and you got to love it on the Grande. Lisa Paul went out with her son, and she had a limit of Dorado, 2 fish in Mexican waters, 10 fish in United States waters. But she said they saw a lot of flatheads, but they just did not want to bite that well. But that didn't stop her grandson, Aiden, from getting his very first Dorado. Aiden, way to go, young man. I'm so proud of you. Thanks for making your debut here on the morning briefing. Fantastic stuff. Daiwa Pacific, great fishing on board on the bluefin tuna. Thunderbird, Davies Locker, 38 bluefin, 33 yellowtail. And those forkies that they're fishing, if they're out there on the banks, Tanner, Cortez, mostly Cortez, they're big, man. They have yellowtail to 40 pounds. I mean, like fishing Guadalupe Island. So the Yo-Yo Iron works out there, Fly Line Bay works out there, it's all been pretty darn good. Some really excellent fishing going on. Now, the San Diego and the Sea Watch, they're boats that leave in the morning, come back in the afternoon, like the Grande. They had a tough day yesterday, so for some reason that Dorado got lockjaw. It had been biting pretty good, really wide open for some guys, and then kind of got lockjaw. That is not really untypical of fish when they move in. When you get an influx of fish, Dorado show up, they go through this period of adjustment, it seems like to me, and they drive us all crazy because you're looking down there, you go, oh my God, look at this, it's like an aquarium, there's freaking Dorado everywhere. They won't bite. What is with these things? And we're kind of in that to some degree. Once in a while you'll find that kelp that really wants to nibble. Other times it's more difficult. But we're seeing them. The water's warm. That warm water flow is not going to stop. And that just spells a great late summer and wonderful fall, as I have been telling you all. I love that nighttime bite of the Pegasus. A couple of the long-range boats got in on that kind of fishing. Also, really great fishing last night for a few. Some misses for others. Now, so far here this morning, I've already heard boats that are on the bluefin tuna and they're biting. Eldorado is one of them out of Long Beach sport fishing. The Amigo is on some fish out of 22nd Street Land. They had a great trip, as you saw, on the lead in with limits of bluefin tuna. So there is a big spread to this thing from below the border all the way up into this neck of the woods. Albacore, are we going to catch any more? We've got 4 this year. I don't know. I don't think so. I think we might catch 1 or 2. Tom Durr says, don't give up. Those albies will bite in this warm water, but I don't know. This warm water just seems to spell disaster for my cooler water loving tuna, the albacore. We'll see. I'm not giving up yet because I have a bet with Scott Bucher. He's up in Alaska right now, and I don't want to throw in the towel quite yet. All right, let's talk islands. We've already talked Todos Santos down there on Ensenada. They've got that mix of fish, barracuda, bass, bonita, that kind of stuff going on. A few yellows down there. Coronado Islands are surprisingly good right now. Not bad at all. I mean, the last time the San Diego out of Seaforth was there, I think they had 41 on the yellowtail. Pretty good hit for them. Other boats in the 15s to 30s on the yellows on most days. A little bit of bass and barracuda to go along with it, but not bad fishing at all. You get you to San Clemente Island. There's a few big yellows there, a lot of smaller ones. You got to deal with the sea lions, which will drive you nuts. Same thing at Catalina. Seems to be quite a bit of yellowtail, but those sea lions are voracious little devils and give us all kinds of reason to lose our hair. Let me tell you that right now. Channel Islands, our white sea bass bite was epic a couple days ago. It's settled down now, and there's a few sea bass and a few halibut, but mostly, you know, some calico bass, some barracuda, occasional halibut, occasional sea bass. I still think that could explode at any point in time. That bite is really explosive at times, and we see it really turn on. So hopefully that's going to get rocking and rolling here very, very soon. I would love to see that. All right, so Channel Islands, really good rock fishing up there. Mirage had a halibut 10. Lynn caught a barracuda and a bunch of rockfish to go along with it. Santa Barbara Sea Landing, we saw the Coral Sea with limits of rockfish up there. So some good bottom fishing, great eating fish. You can hardly beat that when you put that on the table. The local bite down in San Diego, still really good calico bass fishing. I love what's going on down there in SD locally on those calicos, some sand bass, but it's been a phenomenal summer. Best in a decade, maybe a couple decades. It's really been good. It's great to see the calicos back. So many anglers returning them to the sea, and they love to bite on the lighter line. If you're not getting a bite and the guy next to you is catching a bunch of fish, check it out. I guarantee he's fishing light line, choosing a good hot bait, changing that bait regularly. That makes all the difference in the world. Moving up, our coastal regions has a little bit of barracuda up to Dana and some good calico bass fishing there, occasional halibut. Also in that neck of the woods, we get you up here, and boats from Newport Beach on up to San Pedro continue to do really well. It's been a phenomenal local year. It's the year, and it still is, to get out with the kids. Now, some guys missed on the sand bass yesterday. Other guys had really great fishing, and that's the nature of fishing in general. If you go out for the adventure, for the camaraderie, for the boat burgers, you're never going to have a bad day. The fish are just an extra, but there were some nice scores, no question about it. Enterprise, 26 guys out of Pierpoint, 100 barracuda, 100 plus, limits of sculpin, there's your table fare, and over 100 bass. I don't know how you can beat a day like that. By the way, I skipped over the Pride. They had decent Dorado fishing out of 22nd Street Landing yesterday. Victory limits of bass, mostly sand bass with 30 calico bass. Western Pride in the morning and the afternoon, over 100 bass. I don't know how you can beat that. Monte Carlo half-day boat out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, 310-832-8304. They had decent bass fishing with some good calico in the afternoon, a little bit of sand bass and barracuda in the morning, sculpin to go along with it. Nice mixed bag fishing. It really has been quite good here recently. So we are seeing some excellent fishing up and down the Southern California coast and across into northern Baja. And that warm water flow from El Nino, man, that promises to make this a magical year. It's already been pretty darn magical, if you ask me. I don't even know if these guys have caught something while I've been going on and on and on. I hope so. And the surf bite in SoCal has been great. Northern Baja also. I love fishing the surf down in Mexico. There is nothing better than that. You can really have some outstanding fishing. We had a south swell pushing in, a lot more warm water. One of the surfers told me, man, it's got to be 74 degrees here on the beach this morning. It's warm. So Lee is a guy that knows what he's talking about. I'll take him at his word. It's really, really warm water, and that's good news. And I can literally see bait jumping as I look out there. There's bait in here, so where there is bait, there are predators, as you well know. Saw that bucket full of nice yellowfin croaker. There's some spotfin croaker, occasional halibut here in the surf, and a lot of corvina that you fish with light line. You can sight fish. They are bonefish. They're just like fishing bonefish, only more fun. All right, my friends, don't forget, hang on. The Battle of LA is coming up. It's a great tournament for you. You're going to want to be a part of it, and you'll learn all about it coming up next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tick the bell, and share these videos with a friend. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, I don't have the words really to express my gratitude to each and every one of you. Over 10,000 subscribers. It's gone awfully fast, and it's all due to your great support and all the great stuff we've been able to accomplish together. Perhaps, first of all, sending so many thousands of items to the island of Cedros. That makes my heart really feel good. And that is a Team Friedman Adventure family effort. That's all of us coming together. And I got a whole lot more stuff that will be going down for Christmas this year. We're going to take that probably to Ensenada. Tecate's going to get some, and some other areas for people who really need our help and who you answer the call to help. That means a lot to me. All right, my friends, have a great day. Can't wait to see you sometime in the very near future. Well, I screwed that line up. And I hope to see you really, really soon. A little sleep deprivation going on. Have a great day. I'll see you soon, my friends. Eldridge Hardley, my man. What's up? How are you?
How are you doing,
Welcome to the Friedman Adventures podcast, my friend.
I am glad to be here. I'm glad to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here because you're doing such great work in the community. You've got a YouTube channel. You've got social media stuff. Man, I'll tell you, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Man, well, we are definitely trying to do things. ELD Fishing, American Certified Outdoorsman, fishing and outdoor entertainment, man. We are bringing things right here to Los Angeles.
I love it. I love it. And you're bringing it to the community that needs it the most. Inner city kids don't get the opportunities that other people get sometimes, and you are not just focusing on them, but you're making an effort to show those kids the wonders of fishing and how good it is for families and kids and people in general.
Fishing has been amazing in my life, man. It's a passion that the seeds were planted at an early age by my father and my mother, just taking me on the most exciting fishing trips, man. I'm talking in the motorhome, Lake Vale, Lake Hodges, Henshaw, just different places, man, camping out, becoming one with nature, man. And I just fell in love with fishing.
Yeah.
And over these last few years of shooting my ELD TV fishing adventures on YouTube and the Wake the Fish Up podcast, where I just connect a lot of different fishermen from not only in Los Angeles City, but man, this became a nationwide podcast where I have people tuning in from all over.
That's great.
And we're just becoming one big family.
Yes,
So
yes.
a lot of the things that I see going on in different parts of the United States and even different parts outside of Los Angeles, man, as opposed to fishing derbies and tournaments. You know, I attended them in Lake Elsinore. You can go up to Clear Lake. But right in LA, we have been lacking it. So what I did, I got a team together. I assembled a team of California certified slayers. I kicked around my ideas to Rick, Kizzy, and Jeff, and a few people on the podcast over the last year. And man, we want competition right here in LA. We're gonna have the Battle of LA fishing tournaments right here, August the 19th. You guys look at this.
Woo!
Look at that.
You got to be part of this.
The Battle of Los Angeles. So let me tell you what's going down, Phil.
Well, before you do that, let's
Okay.
get into you just for a second. You kind of told me, I get how you got into fishing now. Mom and dad.
Mom and dad.
Right,
Man,
mom and dad,
that's
a good
in my
family.
blood.
Yeah. And just spending about 30 seconds with you, I can always tell when there's a good mom and dad behind somebody because they're courteous, they're polite, they're well-spoken, and you're all of that. But I
Love
want
you,
to...
Mom and Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, he paid me to say that, by the way. No. I want to know about how we can get in touch with you, your social media. I want you to go through it methodically, your YouTube channel, everything, so the people out there right now, because, 2 seconds of watching you, and I want to watch more.
First of all, I need followers. YouTube. Let's start with YouTube. ELD TV. You see ELD, put a space in TV, and then you'll see the black guy with the hat, I always say. Hit the accept button, man, and follow me, and you'll see a lot of my fishing adventures from the earlier times. I've done exciting shows all in the Los Angeles lakes to show the people out here we can fish in our own communities and catch fish. Takes a little knowledge, a little going after it, but it's easy. I also did shows on all the saltwater, the Channel Islands, the Tanner Banks. I went from bluegill to bluefin. That's one of my shows.
I love it.
You have to watch. But now what we're gonna do, man, we're aiming this towards the tournaments. But before we do that, the Wake the Fish Up podcast too. Also, you can get at me on ELD Fishing on YouTube or just my name, Eldridge Hartley, and follow me that way. And I'm often giving up information about we do fishing reports. We just connect fishermen all over, man, and do a lot of things and helping on the community around in the lakes.
Beautiful. How about social media? Are you on Facebook? Or?
I'm on Facebook, Eldridge Hartley on Facebook, or ELD Fishing on Facebook. Also ELD BBQ on Facebook. If you want, that's another thing we'll talk about. BBQ.
Now you're talking me, man. I'm on the carnivore diet. Something tells me I'm going to be pestering your dad here real shortly.
Pit life. So basically,
Your dad's got a barbecue joint here.
my father's barbecue right here in Carson, California, where Alabama meets Texas. My sister, Chef Shalimar Lane, is the chef there, and she is exquisite, but she takes old family recipes.
I'm going to go do a food critique here over there.
Crossed over with the best etiquette is. My sister is amazing when it comes to food.
I can't
and you can get
wait.
it all right there in my father's
How
barbecue.
far away from here is it?
It's probably about 2 miles. It's on
Oh my God.
837 University Drive, Carson, California. Check it out, and you might see me there. We're going to have some meetings and stuff there coming up. So.
Awesome. Man, I love it. So you got ribs, chicken, the whole schmear?
Chicken, brisket,
Oh my God.
salmon, catfish.
Perfect for the carnivore diet, man. I'll tell you.
Come on through. But one thing, the Wake the Fish Up podcast too. You can catch me out every Monday. I go live at 7 o'clock. Been doing this for the longest. It's
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Monday. Sometimes I say every Monday, but usually I come on between 7 and 7:05. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
I know. Yeah.
Gotta get ready. And I connect fishermen, man. People call in from it's a very diverse channel. People call in and tell us about their experiences, and they let you know where you can catch fish. And right now, we're really looking forward to this day on August the 19th at Whittier Narrows. We're calling it the War at Whittier. So with what I'm doing with this, man, we want fishermen to challenge each other. We challenge
In a
each other
good-natured way.
In a good nature, and we watch when we catching. If we see who's catching and who's not, and sometimes we think we're the best. There's a lot of fishing crews out here in LA that have been claiming and talking, saying they really want the smoke, and it's like we've been talking about putting something together. So by me going to some tournaments and some derbies and seeing the things. I want to bring that feeling right here to LA, and we are going to compete on the 19th. So if you're down with it, you need to come. This is an easy tournament too. They're going to be cash payouts for the biggest fish in every category. So if you know how to catch a bluegill, a crappie, a bass, a catfish, or a carp, you should be in this tournament. And last night on the lives, a guy even said, Rick Kizzy said he's going to give $5 out to every turtle kite.
Oh my God!
So you
can't lose.
The money's flying. So it's over $700 in cash prizes given out on this. We're gonna have raffles. We're gonna have some good music, have a good time. The tournament's from 7 to 12. Then we're gonna give out our awards, have our music, and eat and break bread and just be amongst each other and tell
That's
stories.
great. That sounds
and
like
you know
so
we're
much
gonna
fun.
party. So you guys got to come on out to Whittier Narrows Leg Lay, but you have to register. In order to register, what you need to do is get a registration form. You can go to ELD Fishing on Facebook, talk to a friend, or Eldridge Hartley on you get the link, go right to the registration form, or message me. I'll send you one and fill it out. Let me know, because if you register the kids that are registered will get free fishing poles. So you need to get out there, get registered, get in the contest. It's $40 per contestant. And there's going to be a vast amount of prizes and gifts and things given out. We're just going to have a wonderful time. Man.
It's
so
good.
about the experience. It's about bringing that ELD fishing, that energy, that love, and that dedication to this sport, man. It's just, I love it.
I love it. Now, you said if you know how to catch a bass or a crappie or a blah, 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 what if you don't know how to catch it? Is there going to be, I'm a single mom. I know I don't look like it, but let's pretend. I'm a single mom and I got 3 kids and they don't know anything about fishing, but I can see this is a really good thing for my kids. And I show up to the event, what's the deal?
You need to come on out. I have the people that I'm doing this event with, the type of character that the people that I fish with.
Yeah.
What we do on a daily, when we're out at lakes, we look for people who need help. We often walk up and say, "How you doing?" Just the other day at Leg Lake, asked a couple how they were doing. They were like, "Oh, it's our first time," and I knew I was catching fish and they weren't.
Yeah.
So I was ready to go. So
yeah.
But I had to ask. I said, "So what are you using?" And they reeled it up. And they had like a calico bass lure on with a heavy weight like they was, and I said, let's cut that off. Let's start by cutting that off, and I put them a small hook, a worm, and a bobber, and I said, just start here right outside the grass line, and they caught a few bluegill, man, and you know what?
Thrilled.
And they were thrilled. The thing is that we're going to be out there to help. We're going to be, it's going to be people there set aside to help you if it's a first timer. Come on out, give us a call, register. My numbers is 323-572-9103, and that's on the flyer. Again, take a picture of that.
Yeah, please.
You know, any
Don't
questions?
move that. Keep it there for a second.
Let them see it. Let them see it.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
All right. So you guys get registered because we will have a limited amount of spots. But right now, get registered.
This is right around the corner, too.
This is right
August 19th.
August 19th in 2 weeks. So it's at Whittier Narrows, right off the 60, man, right next to the 605, between the 710.
Yeah.
It's not too far. Beautiful area. They have boats the kids can ride on. You can rent and paddle boats around.
Oh, cool.
They have guys selling ice cream going around and carts and fruit stands. And it's just a nice park. A lot of trees. We're going to have a good time. We're going to hear some good music. And we're going to have some good food. And we're going to enjoy that day. It's going to be an epic event.
Oh, my God. It sounds good.
Event,
I've got to look at my calendar.
We're gonna
August
crown,
19th. I would like to be there.
We're going to crown a king or a queen. Meaning women anglers show up. Because they're going to be, hey, I know some women that can get down.
Oh, heck yeah.
So
Jolene Thompson's a good friend of mine. Jolene is one heck of an angler, and they were just out, I think, 20 ladies on the producer, and they caught all kinds of bluefin and all kinds of other stuff. So the ladies can do it.
The ladies do it.
Yeah.
But come on out, you guys. Come out and support this. This is my first event. Hopefully it's one of many, man. This is called the Battle of LA Fishing Tournament. So we're bringing fishing tournaments right here to the inner city in Los Angeles, and this is for you to enjoy. We want the competition. The people in the competition want the competition. Who wants to smoke? Come on out and enjoy this event, man. It's going to be epic.
Now, the place where you're fishing, you fished it before, I'm assuming.
I fished it before. We fished it this week.
Is it good fishing
It's
normally?
good. It's good fishing. Last night on my show, I showed some people. People have been sending me video.
Yeah.
Today I caught this, and I caught this, and the catfish are biting. They actually just stocked out last weekend for it was overnight camping or something like that. But the crappie, the bluegill, the bass are in there. The catfish are in there. The carp we know are in there. We're not saying that the conditions. This is not a derby. This is a tournament. This is competition.
Yeah.
So for the angler, the serious angler, the beginner angler, one fish. It could be a 10-year-old kid that catches the biggest fish.
Yeah, right.
You never know when it comes to this. So we're gonna have biggest fish, every category. You guys come out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Whittier Narrows, Leg Lake, August 19th. You guys, you have to register. So hit me up. Hit me up.
And how do they register? Do they go to the website? Do they call you?
Go to the Facebook. Go to the DM. There's a link on there that says forms. There says to register registration forms to the Battle of LA ELD Fishing. And you click it on and you just fill out. It's a few questions. We ask you your email address, your name, telephone number, how many people are coming that are participating in the event. The participants is $40 a piece. And then how many people are you bringing your party, how many kids, so that we'll be able to adequately take care of everyone that's coming. So that we need you to register so that we can have an amount of what we're going to do.
Yeah, because you're going to provide some food.
We're going to provide some food. We're going to provide some things. We're going to provide some music. We're going to provide a good time. And so what we can't pay for is the great competition.
Right.
And somebody's going to leave with the bragging rights. All right. I have so many fishing crews, man. Well, listen, whether it's the Y City Anglers, the Hub City Anglers, the Keep It Real crew, Western Species, Hook 'em and Book 'em, I can go on and on. The Sharky crew, the Team Sippy Cup. We can keep it. The Get the Net crew, Lake Legends. It's so many fishing crews out here. People, send a representative. Send 2 representatives to represent your fishing crew in this contest. Do it quick. Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on YouTube. ELD Fishing on Facebook, you guys. Follow me on YouTube. And join the ELD Fishing family, man. We're growing. We're trying to just get out here and have activities and plant seeds and just do positive things and just get more productive in this fishing.
That sounds great, Eldridge. I got to tell you. Let me compliment you on your hairstyle, by the way. Also, good start. I needed to do that.
There you go. There you go.
Very nice. Let me tell you. Do you need a fishing license?
Yeah. Whoa. Yes, you do need a fishing license. If you are over 15 years of age, you have to follow the California. You got to follow the rules. So at Leg Lake, that is a lake that you do need a fishing license. If you're over 15. 16 and up, I believe.
I think it's 16 and over.
I think it's 16 and over. And if you do need that license, you need to go down to Big 5 and get your license.
Yeah.
And make sure you have it for the day. You can get a one-day license, or you just get it for the year. At least now they go year-round.
Yeah, right.
That's a good thing. We've been ripped off for years. And
right. I know, exactly. And if you were going to bring one rod and reel to this event, what would you recommend?
I would recommend go light.
Yeah.
I would recommend light.
How light?
I want to say the 4 to 10 pound range, depending on what you're going for.
Yeah.
You know, I think
going for bass a little heavier.
A little bass, a little heavier. You want to hang around 10, and catfish. You probably want to stay up around 10 too. If you're not that, you can do 4, but it depends. If you're experienced with a net, you know how to bring them in. But catfish don't care. You go after it. Light always works a little better in the lakes.
Best bait. Or best bet for catfish. What do you like?
Best bait for catfish. I myself personally like shrimp. I like fresh shrimp.
Scampi or not? I'm just kidding.
Listen,
fresh shrimp, right?
I like fresh shrimp with the head on. I go with head on shrimp. Got that from my father. Squeeze that head out, the juice. I start with that before I add any type of blood bait or anything else. I usually go natural. Mealworms work well because a lot of these catfish were planted.
And that's going to work good for crappie also,
for crappie,
right? Or
crappie
not?
also.
I don't know that much about fresh
well, the crappie, man. The crappie right now out there, you better go light and be finesse a little bit.
Like 2 or 4 pound test?
2 or 4 pound test. Light jig. Red worms work good. Mealworms work good. Wax worms work. Little tiny hair jig. It's like little trout rigs they're using right now, man. They're fishing real light.
And that's working well.
And there are crappie there. I got pictures of we catching them all, and these are in the recent weeks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Man, that sounds fantastic. So what an event, man. I mean, not only is it for the angler that's succeeded and accomplished things, but you're also inviting mom who has 3 kids may not know what they're doing to come out and have a great time also.
Come on out, have a great time with us. August the 19th, this event is going down. We are going to have a great time out there. It's going to be like a family festival, man. I want to just have a vibe like a family reunion.
Awesome.
I want some dancing. Bring the dancing kids. It's always great to be eating good barbecue and watching kids dance.
I got 2 left feet, man. I'm not doing any dancing, but everybody
he can
else.
Dance a jig. He can dance a jig now. He's just telling you that.
you want to talk about something ugly? That's me dancing. Let me tell you that right now. Give that info one more time. Maybe hold that up again.
Okay, you guys.
August the 19th.
August the 19th. Follow me on Facebook, ELD Fishing. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. On all your social media platforms. You guys, I need that YouTube sub. But get out at the Battle of LA. It's going down. Rep your city. Rep your fishing crew. Rep your fishing club. Rep your family. We bringing a new urban style to this, and we just trying to get it out, have fun, be ourselves, and just get more people into this fishing.
Awesome. What a pleasure, man.
Man, thank you for having me. I really
it's been
appreciate
my pleasure.
this, man, for having me on the show.
Are you kidding? It's
Yeah.
my honor. And did I tell you what we're doing now after the show?
What's that?
Aren't we going over to your barbecue place? Man, I'm hungry. Come on.
I got you, sis. Here we come.
Eldridge, thanks
All
so
right,
much.
man. Hey,
August the
thank
19th.
August 19th.
Can't miss that, man. It's going to be great.
Register now. Register now. DM me. Hit me up. And let's get you those forms to get registered. Come out and win some money, but win them bragging rights. Have a great time. Meet other fishermen, and let's connect. ELD Fishing.
Pleasure, Eldridge.
And no strikeouts.
Thanks so much.
All right, have a blessed day.